This video is sponsored by Ren.
The fresh Yukon snow.
The story continues. Solo to the Arctic. Snow came earlier than expected. A missed opportunity of sharing a campsite with another traveler put me right back to the road, alone. The journey is still long. Would you join me?
I don't know, but there's no one here. Along the way, there's a lot of small side tracks that lead you to unnamed lakes. All these spots, I would assume you can camp at, but this one is more so exposed to the highway. It's so cold. Everything's frozen.
Good morning. How was your sleep? It's getting frosty up here, so I'll light up a fire for you to stay warm while I pack. I don't have a rooftop tent, so don't have the condensation problem. The only heat source I use is a 12-volt heated blanket. If it gets really cold, I can simply turn on the car to blast heat since I sleep inside. To preserve the heat, I cover the window with reflectix using mini suction cups. If you would like to know more, I have a video about how to stay warm in winter camp. I'll link it in the description. Hope it'll help you gain some confidence in the colder days.
A few squirrels around.
I run my heated blanket on the EcoFlow River Pro power station. Bungee strap everything down so it doesn't move around when driving. Since I'll top up juice in it, using the 12-volt outlet in the trunk. My setup is actually quite simple. A folding table from Canadian Tire and a folding chair from Adventure Kings. I believe I got it as a freebie during one of my first visits to Full Drive Supercenter in Australia. Hey, it's actually quite good.
Wow. They're all frozen underneath. Let's get the car started to defrost the window as I pack up my awning. See you at start. He struggled a bit, but good. There's just dropping snowflakes right now because it's all frozen up top.
No idea what that sound was. Nothing was broken as far as I know.
This red truck in front of me, towing two ATVs. There's like inch of snow covered. Temperature was sub-zero for sure, and it didn't rain or snow in my area, but I'm pretty sure closer to the mountain. Was it snowing up and further up?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, so this road they probably don't really care.
No, probably not.
Okay. I see. Thank you.
Yeah, have a good day.
So, the North Canal Road here, you can enter Northwest Territory, but that part of Northwest Territory, there's nothing, so they didn't really care, and you can go in and go hunt and whatever. But Yeah, because Tuck is still a community, Inuit is a community. That's why the road to Arctic Ocean, it's not open. Good to know. Pothole roads like this, I find it best to actually maintain a speed at around 50 to 60 kilometers per hour. With the suspension dialed down to the softest and air down the tires, you tend to float through them instead of, dipping in every single one of it. Sort of make your ride a little better. Yeah, like this section. Stuff that I learned from driving through extreme corrugation roads in Australia, miles and miles away of washboards.
That the last time we had a drink, we made a royal mess of things, because we never stopped at just one. We can consider how demoralized we'll feel if we allow alcohol back into our lives.
This is on the right side.
Remember this blue Ram 3500 with the forward camper, for reasons that'll come clear in a few episodes later. But for now, just picture two solo travelers met on one of the most remote roads up north.
Hi!
From road conditions to vehicle setup to future plans, we chatted for almost 2 hours on the side of the road. Then I watched him drive away into the wilderness.
That was Andrew. I've been talking to him on Instagram, and now once we are out of reception, been talking on satellite. He's been on the road since June and been in Yukon since August. Yeah, yesterday we probably would have shared a campsite if you didn't miss the last ferry in Ross River. Anyways, let's hit the road.
Sometimes that's all we need, a dose of human interaction to feel alive in this world. I wish we could have shared a camp, because everyone you meet on the road each got a story to tell. And I can assure you this was not the last time we crossed paths. Surely not.
Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. When I look behind, it's moving closer every time. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. 'Cause darkness is my old friend. You won't get me in the end.
Filled up in Ross River, any guess how much the bill is? This petrol V8 runs about 20 to 22 liter per 100. That's roughly 10 miles per gallon. My bank account hurts after every fill up. But it also made me wonder, perhaps that's not the only thing hurting. Stepping foot into the less civilized land may be more connected to nature. How much carbon footprint am I producing? Ren has a website just to answer that. By answering a few questions, you can calculate your carbon footprint, then offset it by funding projects like tree planting, mineral weathering, and forest protection. Once signed up to make a monthly contribution, you'll receive updates from the projects you support and know exactly where your offset fund is spent on. If rainforests in the Amazon sound too far from you to matter, how about this project in California that turns dead wood into biochar to stabilize the carbon in the ground and fertilize the soil? Plus, it removes flammables from the forest. I fortunately don't have a lot of carbon footprint from owning and maintaining a house or buying a ton of stuff. Being on the road forced me to live a minimal lifestyle and generate my own power through solar. But no one can reduce their carbon footprint to zero. For me, it is the burning of fossil fuel. Heaps of it. You could say I'm guilty. So to balance that out, I've partnered with Rand. The first 100 people who signed up using the link in the description will have 10 extra trees planted in their names. Climate change is a complex matter. You can learn more on their website at ren.co. But from what I can tell, and we all have seen, there's a lot of horrible things going on lately. No, I'm not talking about the pandemic. That's another tragedy on its own. I'm talking about the cold weather coming sooner than usual. Honestly, I wasn't mentally prepared to drive on snow. Keep in mind that this video was released way after the trip. My home city Vancouver just had its first snowfall of the season and everyone was posting about it. I smiled because I experienced snow months ahead of them. The patches of white on the road and the silver lining around the trees, drawing the outline of each one standing. The fresh Yukon snow. We got it now. No problem, bring it on. I didn't bring chains, but no problem.
Fully covered. We gotta be careful now. At least it seems like there's a track on my direction not too long ago.
Location update. If you haven't noticed, we are now on the South Canal Road, a 230-kilometer stretch from Ross River down to Johnson Crossing. Still no service along the entire track. Along this road, we transition from the boreal forest to alpine tundra. This high country intercepts coastal weather system to make this one of the first places to receive snowfall. Sure, I wasn't ready for snow driving, but just like all the important things in life, timing always sucks. Many of you say, I wish I can one day do what you do. My question is, what's stopping you? Sadly, the traffic lights of life will never be green all at once. Conditions are never perfect. But someday I'll do this, someday I'll do that is a disease that can potentially take your dreams to the grave with you. If it is important to you and you want to do it eventually, just go ahead and do it. And correct course along the way.
It's 5 p.m. right now. It's starting to get dark. I have a location pinned, planning to go. It's a Yukon government campground. They call it government campground, while BC call them provincial campground. 87k from here. I'll try to push it through because personally, I prefer not to drive in the dark. Yeah, battle the snow. The hardest for this trip, I will say, it's just to get started. Especially the very first day was very difficult. Just the sheer contrast of being surrounded by your friends and family to being on the road alone. And as temperatures start to get cold, I wasn't dressed properly. Feeling all the cold in my body is not good. Today I'm smart enough to put on snow pants. I was surprised to see Andrew was still in his shorts. But yeah, adapting to the temperature a bit more and getting used to being on a road, getting used to all difficult things. I know it's not going to be an easy trip, but it's shaping my personality in a way. We're getting stronger. No big deal. So yeah, turns like this. Take a slide, no problem.
Okay, same process. We grab an envelope and fill in our information with money. Okay, I'm just settled at the campsite and about to turn off the car, and I found a problem. My key won't turn off. It's kind of stuck at accessory off, but all of my small lights are still on, and it won't turn off. See, like all the lights are still working. I am in park, handbrake is on, but can't turn off the car. Just nothing that should be stopping it. I've tried turning on the car again, wiggling it around, moving back and forth, try to shut it off again, still not working. I can't leave the car semi on like this whole night because it'll definitely drain the main battery and I probably won't be able to crank it tomorrow morning. So I don't know what I should do. Not sure what's going on wrong. Never mind, it's off. It wasn't fully in P. Scared me for a bit. But yeah, we're good. We'll set up.
This is our very first snow camp of the season.
Again, I want to emphasize the timing. You no longer need to pay at Yukon Government Campground once October comes because the sites are not serviced during winter. It was near the end of September, so I still had to pay. Just to give you an idea how early we get snow up here. After October, you can still come in and camp for free as long as you can get into the sites. Just know that there won't be any firewood or toilet paper refill. Still a long way to drive to get out of South Canal. It's been gloomy for a couple of days now. I just crave that little bit of sun. We have become an absolutely mud ball right now. My muddy bow tie. That part is the most dreading. Every time when I open my tailgate, I have to basically grab a handful of mud. The Yukon roads. Anyways, we're sort of in like a sand bowl area, pull in. Nothing really is here, but I guess could be a secret camp. Some information board about the Canal Road and Canal Pipeline project. That is the beginning of Canal Road, South Canal Road. We went sort of the reverse from north down, and now we will keep going south. I didn't film much in the morning because I fainted. Laid down a bit longer and made some breakfast to keep going. Checked in on Zolia's satellite message, but don't worry, I'm fine. Just like that, we are back to BC. You can go through under this. Not my favorite thing, but we're gonna go for it. Oh my god, come on. Whoa.
Out of reception, been talking on satellite. He's been on the road since he's been on the road